Wow, welcome back to DBL. That is the powerful new single from singer and songwriter Josh Kelley called Hold Me, Lord. He also has an acoustic album of some of his hits coming out this week. Josh is joining us live to talk all about it. There he is. Welcome to DBL, Josh.
Hey.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We are honored to have you. Big fans over here. The video for your new song that we just heard, Hold Me, Lord, has a gospel feel. Was that intentional? It's beautiful.
You know, my wife was doing this Netflix TV show about a year ago, and in the place that she was renting, there was a piano. And I sat down one day, and those gospel chords just came out of nowhere. And I've never learned those chords actually before in my life, so
Wow.
I really don't know where it came from. But right after that, I started writing the song, and just kind of started writing itself. And here it is.
Wow.
There's the video.
Josh, many would say, believers would say that's divine intervention.
I believe in it now. I mean, it's happened to me about 3 times. This is the 3rd time, and sometimes you're just not in control, and something else is. Because, like I said, I mean, I grew up in Augusta, Georgia, around gospel churches my whole life, but I have never learned those chords. And when I came home to start producing the song on that piano behind me, the first words out of my mouth were, "Hold me, my Lord."
Wow.
And I started basically writing it backwards from there.
Oof, chills. Chills.
Chills. Now, Josh, you said something I want to get back to. Things being out of your control, like the coronavirus. You're used to, look, you're used to touring, you're used to connecting with your fans. So walk us through what this whole lockdown's been like for you and your family.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, we live in the middle of nowhere. We used to live in LA, and when we started having more kids, I was like, let's just raise them somewhere off the grid.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun because we like to craft and we like to do everything together. And my wife is a big crafter, and so we basically just kind of immersed ourselves in creating and learning new trades and learning new things. And I actually have a better relationship with my fan base because of the virus, because I forced myself to start doing more online shows. So there were some positives, but I will tell you this, I am ready to start playing live shows again
Yes.
in front of real tangible people.
Your fans are ready too.
It sounds like a performer. It's like you're itching to get out there. Let's just call it out. Your wife's Katherine Heigl. I feel like we have yet to say that. That's so cool. I wanted to ask, you guys collaborate a lot, and she actually directed one of your videos based on a fight you guys had. I just wanted to know, I worked with my husband previously. What's it like working and collaborating with your wife?
Oh, well, she's more talented than I'll ever be, so it's actually a lot of fun. There is, there's something about working together like that where we both have these roles, and I try not to kind of slide into hers at all. I mean, she is the on-screen performer, and she's a director. She wrote the treatment. She's just a very talented human.
Yeah.
And so I kind of, now that I'm 41 now, and I've finally learned to stay in my lane.
Very
Smart.
And she's good at it. It's great.
Yeah, that's good advice for everybody listening. Mark, my husband. Just kidding.
Hint.
Okay, so
Dear Mark.
That's his new song.
Totally kidding. Okay, so you also feature your 3 beautiful kids in your videos and also on social media. I love following you all. Some people shy away from that. Why did you decide to take that approach?
Well, the approach started when my oldest daughter, who's now 12, when she was about 1, the paparazzi were still a huge deal. I don't know if they really are much anymore, but you'd have like 60 cars following and stuff like that. My wife being who she is. And so we decided early on, they're going to get their photos anyway, or their footage. We may as well control the narrative.
Yes.
And so we've just sort of been doing that over the years, but at the same time too, they're cool kids and I love them. So we like to show them off. I mean, if they weren't fun to be around, they wouldn't be on my account. But I do
They're
ask
so
them
boring.
permission.
Yeah,
I asked them for permission.
Good
sure.
for you. All right.
yeah. I've asked my two
I didn't
oldest.
used to.
Yeah, it's a weird conversation to have with your kids. Like, do I have your consent to put you on social media? My two kids are like, yeah, I'm actually going to post a TikTok with my son today for the first time ever. But
Wow.
yeah, Josh, I definitely feel you on that one. And in terms of your kids, you know, if the people go, you're such a great dad, but I'm like, I like hanging out with them. They're just fun. I don't feel like I'm doing this great thing. I love my kids. You know, so let's.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
They're
Go
just
out.
fun, man. They're fun to be around, and I like hanging out with them. And they give me a reason to watch all those animated movies.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, the animated
I can watch
movies is
them
the
again because
best.
I have kids.
Right? Friday night
The-
watching animated
honestly,
movies.
It's where I get a good cry. I don't know why the animated movies are the best.
In fact, Al, you told me when we just saw Soul, okay, and Al saw Soul first with his kids, and Al's like,
so
you
good.
gotta see Soul, it'll change your life. Al, did you cry during Soul?
I was a mess.
You sobbed. You sobbed, Josh.
Josh, I went to the bathroom, and because I'm still not evolved enough to cry all the time in front of my kids, I turned the faucet on. And sobbed because that movie just really, I'm an entertainer as well, like really just hit home. And it, like you saw it, like it seemed like it had a profound effect on you.
Oh, absolutely. And also, I remember years ago, my wife, we watched Inside Out.
Yes.
I think the
Oh,
same
no,
creators.
yeah.
And she, after the movie was over, were crying, and she's like, I can't believe it took a children's movie to answer all these questions that I've had for all these years. And it's, you know, they figure out a way to touch your heartstrings and also to teach you at the same time.
Well said.
You know?
Well
so,
said.
yeah, I love kids.
You are a true gem, Josh. Thank you so much for joining us. Give our best to Katherine and your family. Josh's new album, Unplugged, from Upstream Studios, comes out this Friday. So
Yes.
make sure you guys grab your copies.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you so much, Josh. We'll be right back.
Thank you.